Good morning, traders. Today is Wednesday, May 13th, 2026. The S&P 500 is sitting near its all-time high, but the RSI is flashing an overbought warning, and the world's two biggest economies are about to sit face-to-face in Beijing. We are breaking down exactly where the S&P stands right now and what the Trump-Xi summit means for your portfolio after the global market update. Let's go. We will start with Tuesday's closing data around the world. In Asia, Japan's Nikkei had a strong session, gaining 0.52% to close at 62,742. Hong Kong's Hang Seng rose 0.6% to 26,560, lifted by AI-related shares. China's Shanghai Composite slipped 0.25% to 4,214, as investors locked in profits ahead of the closely watched Trump-Xi summit. In Europe, Tuesday was a tough session. Germany's DAX fell 0.96%. France's CAC 40 dropped 0.65%. The FTSE 100 in London fell for the fourth consecutive day, down 0.04% to 10,265, its lowest level since March 30th. The driver, renewed concerns that the U.S. and Iran conflict may re-escalate. In the U.S., Tuesday's close was mixed. The S&P 500 slipped 0.16% to close at 7,400. The Nasdaq fell 0.71% to 26,088. The Dow was the one bright spot, up 0.11% to 49,760. The Russell 2000 Small Cap Index fell 0.97%. The VIX, the market fear gauge, fell 2.12% to 17.99, suggesting traders are cautious but not panicking. This morning, futures are broadly higher as markets await the PPI data and Trump's arrival in Beijing. Here is what is driving markets today. Two data releases drop at the same time at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. First, the Producer Price Index for April, also called PPI. This measures wholesale inflation, the prices that factories and suppliers pay before goods reach consumers. It is an early indicator of whether consumer prices will rise or fall in coming months. Second, April retail sales, measuring how much Americans spent last month. Note that Reuters confirmed this week that Walmart is cutting or relocating approximately 1,000 corporate jobs. That context makes today's retail spending data worth watching closely. President Trump arrives in Beijing today, ahead of confirmed summit meetings on May 14th and 15th with President Xi Jinping. This is Trump's first visit to China since 2017. Confirmed agenda items include trade tariffs, the Iran war and Strait of Hormuz, Taiwan, and rare earth minerals. CEOs from Boeing and Citigroup are confirmed to be joining the delegation. A current 10% tariff truce on Chinese goods is in place through November 2026. As of this morning, no summit outcomes have been announced. We will report any confirmed announcements as they come. Coming up right now, today's chart of the day. The S&P 500 is near its all-time high, but one indicator is flashing a warning that every trader needs to know about. Let's go to the charts. The S&P closed at 7,400 and sits just 12 points below its all-time high of 7,412. Looking at the moving averages on the daily one-year chart, the longer-term picture is strongly bullish. All five moving averages are below price and pointing upward. The EMA 20 is at 7,190. The EMA 40 is at 7,046. The MA 50 is at 6,884. The MA 150 is at 6,850. The MA 200 is at 6,763. Every single average is rising below price. That is a textbook bullish trend structure. The key support to watch is the EMA 20 at 7,190. If the market pulls back on any summit news, that is the first floor buyers are likely to defend. Now here is the critical part. The RSI, the Relative Strength Index, is currently reading 73.68. That puts it above the 70 line, which is the overbought threshold. Let me explain what that means simply. When the RSI is above 70, it tells us the market has risen fast enough that it is now in stretch territory. Think of a rubber band pulled tight. It does not snap immediately, but the further it stretches, the higher the risk of a pullback. The S&P is sitting near its all-time high, and the RSI is overbought at the same time. That combination tells us the market has already priced in a lot of good news. If the Trump-Xi summit delivers positive headlines, the index could push through the all-time high. But if headlines disappoint, or no major deal is announced, a pullback from these elevated levels would be completely normal and technically healthy. As for another important indicator, the MACD line is at 147.37. The signal line is at 135.17. Both are strongly positive. The overall trend is still up. But here is the detail. The histogram is reading 12.21, and it is shrinking. A shrinking histogram means buying momentum is fading even as price holds near the highs. It is an early warning signal, not a sell signal, but it tells us the rally is losing some of its fuel. Bottom line, the S&P trend structure is bullish. All moving averages confirm that. But with the RSI overbought and the MACD histogram shrinking, the index needs a positive summit catalyst to break cleanly above the all-time high at 7,412. Without one, a cooling pullback toward the EM, A20 at 7,190, is the more likely near-term outcome. Watch that level as your key support today. 3 things every trader should watch today. Number 1, PPI and retail sales at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Both drop at the same time. Together they give us the clearest current picture of wholesale inflation and consumer spending, right before the summit begins. Number 2, the S&P 500 at 7,400, 12 points from its all-time high. RSY is overbought at 73.68. MACD histogram is shrinking. The EMA20 at 7,190 is your key support floor. Hold above it. Uptrend intact. Break below it. A deeper pullback is underway. Number 3. Trump arrives Beijing today. The summit begins tomorrow, May 14th. Confirmed agenda: trade, Iran, Taiwan, rare earth minerals. We will report confirmed outcomes as they are announced, not before. Watch for headlines today as Trump lands, and tomorrow as the meetings begin. That is your Global Market Pulse Daily for Wednesday, May 13th. Subscribe for tomorrow's Summit Reaction Update, posted every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. Happy trading.